The 1920s, an age of daring change and unforgettable style. The streets overflowed with men in tailored suits and women in shimmering dresses. Prohibition fueled secret gatherings in smoky speakeasies. Automobiles rushed through crowded city avenues while Art Deco towers rose into the skyline. Jazz, film, and dance gave the decade its rhythm. It was a moment in history when everyday life felt larger than life. That's the spirit captured in this series. Welcome to Art with Kenneth on the KJL podcast channel. I'm your host, Kenneth J. Sr., and this is my newest series, Stretched in Time, Elongated Portraits of the 1920s Street. The ideal is simple but powerful. What if I could stretch the essence of the 1920s across canvas? Not just what people look like, but what the times felt like. Figures are lengthened, limbs extended, postures raised, capturing the sense that the 1920s were a decade reaching forward, pushing limits, bending reality. These portraits take everyday characters of the street, the doorman, the flapper, the preacher, the musician, and stretch them into symbols of their age. Today, you'll watch the making of the jazz musician, the sketches in place, and now I'm beginning to lay down solid layers of oil. The figure is tall, elongated, stretching like a note in the air. And these first strokes are all about bringing that energy into tangible form. At this stage, the paint is applied boldly. Each color is deliberate, building volume and shape on top of the lines that were once just outlines. I'm not blending or refining yet. This is about establishing the foundation of the figure, letting him occupy the canvas with weight and presence. You can already feel the posture, the rhythm, the life in his stance. The saxophone he holds reaches outward, hinting at the music that flows through him. And the elongation of his form gives him a sense of movement, even as the paint is fresh on the canvas. Every stroke adds to the structure, transforming the sketch into something physical, something that begins to breathe. This is the point where the vision steps off the page and into the paint, where lines become planes, where flat shapes begin to suggest depth, and where the energy of the figure is captured in color. These first moments are crucial. They set the tone for everything that follows, the layering, the detailing, the highlights, and the shadows that will bring him fully to life. But even now, as the paint covers the sketch, the figure is speaking, standing tall, and beginning his story on the canvas.
You're watching KJL Podcast Channel, home of Art with Kenneth, where he paints live, share techniques, and talks all things art. The Art History Show, highlighting legendary artists from the past and their lasting impact. The Muse Unveiled Show Experience, where real people become timeless works of art. Don't miss the Gallery and Museum Tour Show, taking you through inspiring exhibitions and creative spaces across the country. Join us monthly for coffee, tea, paint and sip, a relaxed, hands-on event at the KJL Art Sanctuary. Commissioned accepted, and now is the perfect time to begin your journey as a collector. Want to support the channel? Tap the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Plan your visit to the KJL Art Sanctuary Gallery and Studio at 310 4th Street, Ewing, New Jersey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the KJL Podcast Channel, where art dwells, breathes, and inspires. Now back to the show.
The jazz musician is one piece in a collection of 20. Each figure tells a different story from the 1920s street. The street preacher, caught in sketch form, his words stretched as high as his stance. The flapper with cigarette holder, elongated elegance and defiance in one figure. The speakeasy doorman, standing tall and watchful at the entrance to hidden nights. The bootlick boy, stretched into resilience and pride through simple labor. The lady in deco grace, echoing the sophistication of the era's design. The gentleman in the pork pie hat, sharp and lean, the essence of 1920 style. And news of the day, a boy stretching forward with papers in hand, carrying the moment into history. Together these works form a panorama of the 1920 streets, elongated portraits of an era that still feels alive. As the time lapse continues, watch how his figure sharpens, arms lengthen, posture strengthens, and the saxophone settles into place. These stretched forms may seem exaggerated at first, but as the layers build, the distortion becomes natural. Like rhythm on canvas, this stage is about movement, presence, and energy, setting the stage for the detailed work that will come once the oil has dried. This is only part one of the jazz musician. Oils demand patience. So before I can refine and add detail, we let this stage dry. Next week I'll return with part two, building on this foundation, adding depth and detail until the music itself seems to play from the canvas. I invite you to subscribe, share, and follow along here on the KJL podcast channel. Each week, a new figure from the 1920s street will step forward, elongated, alive, and stretched in time. Until then, keep your eyes open for rhythm in the everyday and keep stretching your imagination.
Thank you for joining me today on the KJL podcast channel. Your time, support, and creativity mean the world to me. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps keep this artistic journey alive and thriving. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a brushstroke, story, or inspiring moment. Your encouragement fuels the art, podcast, and everything we create together. Stay inspired, stay curious, and remember, every masterpiece begins with a single brushstroke. Until next time, this is Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. signing off from the KJL podcast channel. See you soon.